Now, what's the most difficult conversation you've ever had? Maybe it was breaking off a relationship or telling your dad you'd crashed his car. That can be tough. Well, here's my addition to the list. Telling someone they're fired. It's not an easy conversation at all. You're laying someone off. You're cutting off their income. There is no easy way to do it, unless, of course, you're Donald Trump, in which case you say it with flair. I'm sure some of you remember this.
You're fired.
You're fired. You're fired.
Fires.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Let's go. You're fired.
He enjoys saying it. Trump's a natural. He fires people with ease. I dare say he makes it look fun. But our story tonight is not about Donald Trump. It's about another businessman, Mr. Vishal Garg. He's the CEO of Better.com. It's a mortgage company in the U.S. Last week, he became the bearer of bad news. Not for one or two, but for 900 people. 900. Vishal Garg joined a Zoom call with 900 of his colleagues. And his brief was quite simple. Fire them all.
This is the second time in my career I'm doing this, and I do not want to do this. The last time I did it, I cried. This time I hope to be stronger. But we are laying off about 15% of the company.
You gotta be kidding me.
Efficiency and performances and productivity.
All we did for the company?
If you're on this call, you are part of the unlucky group being laid off. Your employment here is terminated.
Frankly, that was tough to watch. 9% of a company's employees fired at once. Has to be some kind of record. But why were so many people fired in the first place? Classic business reasons. Market efficiency, performance, productivity. You know how it goes. Some of you may also feel bad for the CEO. He seemed genuinely emotional, almost in tears. But listen to what he wrote about his employees. You guys know that at least 250 of the people terminated were working an average of 2 hours a day while clocking more than 8 hours a day in the payroll system. They were stealing from you and stealing from our customers who pay the bills that pay your bills. Yes, you get paid to work. No one is disputing that. But surely there are better ways to fire people. For starters, maybe don't do it ahead of Christmas. It's holiday season for people in the US and many parts of the world. People expect bonuses, not a termination letter. And secondly, don't spring it on them over Zoom calls. It's disrespectful and cruel. I mean, think about it. You put 900 people on a Zoom call, talk about the company's growth and future plans, and then you fire all of them. No warning. We've reported on many corporate failures before, but this has to be right up there purely for the apathy. And by the way, the CEO is a serial offender, we are told. Look at this email he sent to staff members. You're too damn slow, he says. You're a bunch of dumb dolphins. So stop it. You're embarrassing me. Now, I don't know the context of this email, but here's what I can say. There is no scenario that warrants such language. This is not leadership. This is bullying. I understand that firing someone is difficult, but that's no excuse to be rude. So here's a crash course. First of all, it should not be a surprise. The employee must know it's coming. And this could be a warning or a performance review. Anything but a surprise Zoom call with 900 others. That's the worst way to do it. Secondly, don't beat around the bush. Don't try small talks. Nothing you say will make the person feel better, so don't try. And finally, embrace the difficult task. Firing someone is never easy. So don't expect a seamless conversation. There will be emotions, maybe a few tears or acrimony, but you have to be ready to handle it. And at the end of the day, it's all about empathy, not something companies are really known for. Take Better.com, for instance. We come back to them. 900 of their employees were fired. Yet reports say the CEO's trusted few got millions in stock options. How does that happen? Did the bottom line suddenly become better? This rot runs deep in the corporate sector. Employees are treated like cattle. The internet has exposed some of the mistreatment, but there's a long way to go. Change must flow from the boardrooms, from the shareholders. And let me make this clear, this is not a case against firing people. Unfortunately, that's part of life. This is a case for basic human dignity. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.